So Kandis, can you tell us about a time when using a RAIDLOG saved a project or maybe helped keep you from having to save a project?
Absolutely. I was working in the medical device industry and was coming onto a project after they were already executing. So I really wasn't part of the initiation or the planning phase of it. And it was the day-to-day stuff that was the most challenging for us. They had all the right pieces. It was just organizing them a little bit better. And so we introduced the raidlogs. We talked about how we would use them. And kind of a bonus, I'm going to tell you from a consulting point of view on this, kind of a bonus of using a raidlog is at the end of a project, when you want to really show value for the work that you've done with the client, you can go back and reference the raidlogs and say, here's all the risks that we identified and prevented from turning into issues. Here are some of the issues and how we managed them. Here's a lot of actions that were completed throughout execution. And then really the decisions is key because you can tell a story with it. And so on that consulting side, when I do a closed out report, I always go back and I pull information from my raidlog. So it keeps you organized during execution and then for referring back to it later, which is also really valuable if you're kicking off a new project, right?
Wow, that's great. So I love that idea of using your RAIDLOG as documentation of all the value that you as a project manager have added to the project by managing those risks and making sure they didn't come into issues and then managing those issues and getting decisions done. I can't imagine a better way to demonstrate value as a project manager.
Absolutely. And I know that we want to pretend that everyone's going to join a project team and stay on throughout execution, and then you close it and everyone leaves at the same time. In reality, it does not work like that. I mean, you have project team members onboarding, offboarding, just based on where you're at with the work. And sometimes you lose a project manager on a project. And so can you imagine joining a project that had a very well-organized RAIDLOG that someone handed to you? I mean, on the succession planning side of it, I can't think of a better gift. I would love to receive that if I was taking over a project. So I think that it serves a lot of different purposes and adds a lot of value.